What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about Netflix Ultimatum-South Africa. Ooh, and if you have seen it, then you know and you know. So we're talking about ultimatums once again. Get ready.
I hear what you're saying. It's just
Hmm.
hard. I think one of the couples. I think they're actually together for 7.5 years.
Oh, wow. I
A-
don't remember
And
which one that was.
um, I forget which one it was, but there was one that was together for 7.5 years. And I hear what you're saying. It's just I don't know. It's just hard for me. It'd be hard to just snap and
Yeah,
just turn it
yeah.
off, and then all of a sudden, okay, I got 1 week to mingle, and
Right.
then figure out, okay, all right, who I want to be with, and then okay, I'm not with you, even though I spent 6 months or 2 years or 7 years.
Hmm.
We're done for 3 weeks. Man, that's hard. That's a hard to me mentally. That'll be hard to just switch it off where we're not together. I can do whatever, but there's a chance to get back together, but we're not together. Um, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not
That's hard
definitely
for me to. That's
anything I
hard for
would
me
do.
to. Yeah, that's hard for me to. Unless I'm on the verge of, if I really love this person, but I wanted a commitment, you weren't ready, but that was still kind of like the only thing that was holding things back. Because if that was the only issue, because they all had issues. Like I said, with one cheated in the past, one I know a couple of one or two couples with kind of long distance relationships. I think, right?
Yeah, that was
And,
Ruth and Isaac. They were long distance.
yeah. So I
I'm not
mean, with
sure
that
about anybody
situation,
else.
I mean, there's always stuff underlying the main issue. If the
Hmm.
main issue was strictly, okay, we've been together 6 months, I'm ready, you're not. I could. It'd be hard for me to shut it off
Yeah.
and really open up my heart to someone else. But if we've been together for a couple of years and there's more issues than just, hey, I'm ready to get married, and you're not okay.
Hmm.
If there was more issues, then I'd be kind of I could turn it off and be like, okay, let me see what else is out there in these 3 weeks because I did sign up for it. But to me, it's just, man, it's just, I don't know if I could do something like that because it's just hard to shut off your feeling with someone just like that, and then
Hmm.
come back to that person again and turn it back on again.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's
That's
not
tough.
nothing I would
That's
partake
tough.
in because
That is tough.
yeah, it's hard to get over once the trust has been broken. It's hard to
Hmm.
come back from that, and it's like no matter what it was. I mean, because cheating doesn't necessarily have to be just physical. It could be a mental thing, and I don't know. That's just like I said, it's nothing.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, yeah,
But
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But with the Lebo and Nola, so Nola ended up his partner was Ruth, and they decided,
oh, okay.
yeah, that they was like, no, we want to be intimate early on. They had that physical connection, and it was like, let's go for it. And like you said, she was like, I don't apologize for things that I didn't want
Yeah,
to
she flat out said I wanted it,
do.
and I'm not gonna apologize for something that I want. If I think I made a
Right.
mistake, I'll apologize for it. But
Hmm.
no mistakes here.
Right, exactly. And it was just crazy how she, took it upon herself to tell uh Lebo about it, Ruth did. And it was like after they had like their little girls' night out or whatever, she was cause somebody brought it up like anybody, been intimate, anybody, blah blah blah.
Yeah, the dudes knew.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, dudes like, come on, dude.
Nola was trying with
Yeah, yeah.
everything
He's
to
like, come on,
deflect.
dude.
It was like you just try to deflect, deflect, deflect. Everybody knows. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I I don't know if it was really his place to say anything either. It was, because I mean, he wasn't the one who was in a relationship with the guy.
but he was the one to deny it with the quickness. We weren't
Yeah.
holding hands. We ain't doing that. Was I holding hands with you? Yeah. Oh shit, we weren't holding. We were doing. What are you talking about? I don't know her name.
Oh
I
my
don't know her. We
goodness.
didn't sleep in the same bed. I'm not on the show. You know what I'm saying? He denying everything.
He
That's not my
did. He
name. You know
did.
what I'm saying? He was denying everything. Nope, 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 nope.
I
Wasn't
think
me.
if something had happened, I probably would have said, that's a conversation that we should have privately, and you probably want to have that conversation with your partner. If at some point you want to bring me on, fine, but that's something that you two
That's what he
need to
said.
discuss. Yeah.
That's what he said. He said I didn't say anything first. I wanted, if I was going to say something, I wanted to, you know, I didn't want it to be, I didn't want it to be brought up that way.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I guess that's why he was denying it all.
Yeah. I mean
But
that's a tough situation to be in.
yeah, that was tough, man. And she was like, not once, not twice. She
Right.
man, she straight up just sticking that knife in there, like, man, yeah, we did it like this time. We did it. I'm surprised she didn't go. We did it here. We did it here. We did. I'm surprised she didn't go
Right.
into
It was
much
like, what
detail.
was
Well,
your
maybe they did, but
motive?
I know, yeah, she
Yeah.
was straight, just like not once, not twice.
Yeah, I don't understand the motive, because most of the time when you do that, it's like, okay, I feel bad. I don't want this girl, looking crazy. But you didn't feel bad. You knew exactly what you was doing. You wanted to do it, so you didn't feel bad. So it was just like that. That was just weird. Like you said, you had seen her multiple times beforehand. It wasn't like you all had just started, right before
Right.
that girls' night. At any
Right.
time, you could have pulled her to the side and said anything if you felt like you needed to get that off your conscience, or
Agreed.
at least giving her partner, giving Nola a heads up, like, look, this is weighing heavy on me. I want to, let Level know what's going on, because I don't want her to be in the dark. I feel uncomfortable, knowing that we're doing this. Let's go talk to her, and let her know. But yeah, Level was like, yeah, I ain't having it. I'm gone. She finally
Right.
spoke up and
That's
had,
about to say, yeah,
her
talk about
voice.
talk about the reunion. Let's hear it. What happened at the reunion.
They ended up, they both left the show early after she found out the news. She left, and he, left with her. They broke up, but I believe like a month later, she forgave him. They ended up getting back together. But during that time, she built that friendship with what's his name? Isaac. Isaac, and that was Ruth's partner. She built a friendship, and so Isaac, like, nah, he's pretty much a jerk. Like, you don't need to be with him. You deserve better. Blah 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 blah. And I mean, these are all things that she knew. But when you've been with someone for so long, sometimes it's hard, to be like, okay, I know I need to end it, but I'm not quite.
And then
ready
and then
yet.
when they come back, they're like, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, all
change
that
for a minute, but
manipulation.
then but then go back to the being the same person and everything like that. And during the reunion, he was just like, he was, when Ruth was talking, he was like, yeah. Well, like, he had fun too. Like, yeah,
Right.
he was into it. Like, yeah, he wasn't having any regrets either. And I was like, damn,
none
dude,
at all.
are y'all together or not together? Because he didn't seem like he had any regrets for what happened either. I would have toned it down, like, I did what I did, and whatever. But he was just like, yeah, it was just like still into it, like it happened yesterday or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then finally, on the show, Lebo was like, you know what? I'm not getting what I need out of the relationship. You're not changing. You're the same old, Nola. I deserve better, and I no longer want to be with you. And then he cried, and I mean, his feelings are valid. I don't know if they were legit or not, but she made a comment saying, this is what you always do. You're always crying. So how am I supposed to know, like, if this is real or not?
Right.
So I don't know.
I think it hit. I mean, I don't think they're getting back together, but I think it hit. Just the way, because a lot of times you have that pride and you have the whatever. And he had like that fake smile, like, I'm gonna hold it in. But I think that I think it finally. I mean, I don't know what happened before, but I think it finally hit. Like, damn, I screwed up, and this is it. I think he finally had that feeling where he realized that all this time that he's really, really, really messed up, and then she gone. I think it finally hit him, the way he was just like, he was like,
But I think he was more hurt and upset because he thought that she wanted to be with Isaac. Wait,
that's wrong thinking. I mean, dude, yeah, but he was trying to, but but
yeah, because he was concerned about that. Like, so are you,
yeah,
is she the mystery woman that you're talking to? And blah, blah, blah. Is this why you're breaking up with me? Because of him, he was like trying to find what it was instead of taking
yeah,
accountability for his actions. Like, no, it's
yeah,
all you. It has nothing to
yeah,
do with anybody else.
right,
So,
exactly.
yeah, it's like, no, because you didn't grow with your partner. And like Ruth and Isaac, oh my goodness, it was like just so much like just kind of like hatred a little bit for each other. It
Yeah,
was weird. It was weird. She was
definitely.
also like very outspoken, and that's probably why her and Kanye would get into it as well, because neither one of them would like hold back. They both of them stood their ground. So and with her and Isaac, Ruth and Isaac, how long? They were long distance. And how long were they together? They were together for 2 years. But like Isaac said, Isaac was like, even within those 2 years, he was like, we might have been together maybe 8 months, of those 2 years with us
Right.
being long distance. And she hadn't like met any of his family or anything like that. So, but she was kind of I don't know, had a little anger in her too. The way she was
Yeah,
communicating.
I think they loved each other but hated each other.
Right, exactly.
You
You
know,
did get that feeling
it's,
like, do you like each other?
yeah,
What's going
yeah.
on?
I think it was. I think it was a point where they settled, but they still hate each other's guts. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah, and it was weird because then he had bought a ring to bring there, but it was like, y'all got all these issues and all this, but you had bought a ring beforehand and then put the ring out again, like during like the decision time. It was like,
What did he say? What did he say? Was he proposing? Was it an engagement or?
No, that was, I don't even know if we talked about that. That was Kanye and the Deco where he took out a ring and was like, this is a promise ring.
Oh, okay, that was
like,
good. Okay, that was that go. Yeah, that's right.
We
And
forgot
Kanye's
about
like,
that part.
oh get that away from me.
She
A
was
promise
so...
ring? Like that. She's like, don't put that on my finger. Don't put that on my finger.
She was so excited initially because she just
she
knew,
was.
like,
you saw her
I'm
face,
about
yeah.
to get engaged, blah, blah, blah. And then when he said a promise ring, it was like, they just changed the whole.
Yeah, she was like, they put that on my finger. Yeah. Yeah.
That was just so cool. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to give the promise ring.
I think, you know what? Last week we talked about reality shows where is it scripted or not. I think that had to have been scripted to the point where the producer's like, all right, you got the ring, you gotta somehow show it in some type of situation. I think that seriously, I think that was kind of scripted, because why would you do that?
Right.
So I think maybe the producers came like a day before, asked him what he was going to do, and then he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But he was like, oh, you got the ring, so you got to do something. And so I think that he might have had. I think he came up with that situation that as a promise.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, come on, man.
I mean, I think he was accurate in the sense of like, no, we're not there yet. We're not ready.
Yeah,
like, I don't think any of them, besides maybe Aiden and Courtney, I think were like ready to be engaged and in a relationship. It was like within the 3 weeks, if you can be like, oh, I'm bonding with this other person, and there are all these other things out there for me, and you start questioning your relationship, then I don't see how in 3 weeks you could be like, yeah, I accept your proposal.
Yeah, because I think Courtney and Aiden were the only ones that had someone from the outside that was okay with the situation, that granted their wishes and blessings, whatever. Because different couples had friends or family members come, and to me, from what I can remember, all of them were just like, "Nah, dude," or "No, he ain't for you, she ain't for you," or whatever. They were all just kind of like,
Yeah,
like, you haven't seen your parent, you haven't seen your mom yet, or whatever, and this person did.
Right.
A lot of stuff.
That was Ruth and Isaac. And even with Lebo, it was Lebo's best friend was pretty much saying how she didn't like Nola and trying to, let her know, like, you deserve better. Like, what if this doesn't change? Are you still going to stay with him? just
Yeah,
allowing
they were
her to
good runs.
question, certain things about the relationship. So
Yep.
yeah, that part was sad because I don't know, but they was something. Like I said, Kanye stood out with her directness and meanness, and then Ruth with her just unapologetic behavior. So, and was it Tabby or Scissor?
Abby was the one with the laugh, right? The laugh, or this, or the
Was she the
that
one?
laughed at everything.
Wait, let me look because who was
To
Ruth
me,
Bob?
Tabby was more bubbly, because Tabby seemed to be more happy all the time about everything,
I
because
think Scissor was the one with the laugh because she always said that she would laugh sometimes when she's in uncomfortable situations. Because
okay,
Scissor is the one who had the issue with Kanye, who Kanye just kept, picking on Scissor. So
okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
right, yeah. But
because when
Tabby
she
was
ended
the
up coming to
yeah,
her villa or whatever,
yeah.
and
'Cause Tabby was the one that was pretty happy all the time and smiling. To me,
yeah,
she was just carefree. To me, she had good energy to me. Um,
right. Was she the one who? Because one of them, I'm not sure if it was Tabby or Scissor. One of them was like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to have kids, and I don't want to get married till I'm like 40 or 50." She
Man,
said
I don't
that
know.
initially.
Was that the text?
No,
What she did?
no, I'm not sure. When did she say that? Because last night I just did like a quick recap. So I watched
Okay,
like the first episode, and then I watched like the last episode, not the reunion, but the episode before the reunion where they were
okay.
making their decisions. So yeah, it was in one of those two. So I'm not sure. I'm not. It must have been like in one of their confessionals or whatever that
Okay.
she said that. I'm not sure. No, she said that to one of the guys because I think so. It must have been the very first episode where they were all getting to meet each other, and somebody had asked, like, what is it that you want in your future, whatever, do you want marriage, kids, as they were trying to figure out who was given the ultimatum and all that. And that's what she was like, no, I definitely don't want kids. And I don't want to get married till I'm like 40, 50. And they was like, whoa. Like, okay. So I guess she said, she wanted to enjoy herself and her freedom.
Now, real quick, I'm kind of not off topic, but with Netflix, because like I'm still new to the Netflix world the way it
Mm-hmm.
is currently.
Mm-hmm.
So every reality show, they don't just do episode week at a time. They wait until the whole season's over with, and then they air it.
Not all of them. Sometimes you'll have the entire season that you can watch all at once. Other times, they'll give you like maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and then they'll be like the next 3 to 4 episodes come out the
Okay,
following week, and they'll do it
okay.
like that.
But
So
it's not just, but it's not one at a time. So it's either in bunch or it's uh
yeah.
the
Oh,
season. Okay,
excuse me for yawning. Yeah, I haven't seen any that was just one at a time. Oh, that would just drive me
okay.
crazy. Be like, you gonna make me
Yeah,
wait.
that's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like it to the point where, man, no bleeps, no, it's straight. Hey, whatever they say, and it's being aired. It's not like regular TV access to
Yeah.
where you know you don't
Yeah.
hear what they really feel.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I still am like against ultimatums, especially when it kind of comes to a relationship like this, because yeah, I don't want to force anybody to be with me. And I don't want you to think that you have to be with me just because you're afraid of losing me. Because then, I mean, that's just going to lead to like a long time of hurt, pain, and regret. So it's
Right.
like if we got to get to that point where I now have to say, okay, it's either this or that. Yeah, that the relationship is already far gone. It's no longer meant for us, and we just need to part ways. And maybe it's just meant for us to come back together later on, in the future, or maybe just not at all, but definitely not at that moment if I have to issue this ultimatum to you, because obviously you're not ready. Otherwise, you would have did it on your own.
Agreed.
Hmm.
Agreed. I just wish there was a way where you could step out of yourself and watch yourself on TV. You know what I mean? Because that'll be a good test to objectively see, like, dude, what the hell am I doing,
Yeah.
or why am I acting like this, or why am I in this relationship? I wish there was a way where you can step out of yourself and then but still see the relationship as it is, because when we watch it, we know, we kind of have a feeling as to, like, nah, y'all shouldn't be together, or y'all should be together, or you need to work on this, you need to work on that. We see it from the outside looking in, but while you're
Yeah.
in it, it's hard to take a step back and think about different conversations, think about different this, different that. It's hard, man. But I agree with you, though. I wouldn't want to give an ultimatum either, because then that person's in a situation where, you know, they're not going to be happy, whatever
At
decision that
all.
they make.
At all.
And so it's not fair in the relationship. It's not fair to that other person, and it's not fair to you either, because it's going to be, whether if it's a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, a year down the road, it's going to come right back again to the same situation. So,
Absolutely. I had a topic. I'm not sure exactly how I titled it, but it pretty much was like it had to do with kind of what you said. Like, it's kind of hard to see every aspect, like when you're in that bubble.
Right.
It's like when you're in that relationship bubble, like you said, you can't see what everybody else can see. You can't be like objective, on the situation. So yeah, that's definitely hard, because once you're in it, you're just kind of like in the love bubble, and you overlook like the red flags, or you see the red flags and you like, nah, they'll get better. You make excuses, for the person. So yeah, it's that bubble is real, man.
It's real.
Yeah, I tell people I love love, like, yeah, but then sometimes I'm like, I like my freedom too. Like, I don't know, I don't know. It's like, ugh. But when you got that one, like I said, I don't believe it's hard. It's work, but not hard. So I think it'll just flow. So
was it what you just said? Was it Ruth that? Or was it, which one was it that said something to the point where all I want is like, you to love me. I want you to do this. I want sex and this, and then I get everything I want. You can do whatever you want. You go hang out with your friends, do all this stuff. I want this. I want this. I want this. And then you give me this. You have your own freedom after that. Was that her, or was that someone else?
I don't remember exactly who it was, but I do remember somebody saying that. It does kind of sound like something Ruth would say.
I think it was her, but I'm not sure.
But I can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
She's like, hey, you give me this. I'll be happy. You do your own thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if Kanye took some cooking lessons.
It was like Kanye didn't like really want to do nothing. It almost felt as if she didn't want to be there, period. Like she felt as if she was being kind of forced to be, in this situation. And it was like, if I gotta be here, then they gonna feel it. Like, they gonna catch all the attitude, everything. Like, I'm not doing nothing. If you want to be with me, then you gotta bring everything, to the table. So,
but on the flip side, though, there were some moments where I did see her happy.
Yeah,
and she was cool.
Smiles.
Yeah, and she was cool, and then it was genuine, and she was cool, and she went, it was no issues, and I was like, be like that all the time as much as you can, because that was that to me, that triggered, like openness and like that's the way that, to me, is her true self, or should be her true self.
That switch just flipped real quick. Like, even in the beginning when she was getting when they were mingling and getting to know each other, she was pretty much like, ain't none of them piquing my interest, ain't none of them worth of my time.
They literally called them boys.
Right. She was
none
like,
of these boys.
These are what, 6 out of 10s. She's extremely judgmental.
Yeah, she was.
I guess it was good entertainment.
Yeah, that's what these reality shows are all about. Entertainment, and it's. Man, I should have started this 20 years ago, man. Reality shows when not the BB one, but what came up before that? It was on MTV.
You should have been on what,
Real
the Real
World.
World?
The Real World. The Real World is what started it all. That started it all. Back, I don't know how many, 30 years, whenever it started. That started this whole reality stuff. Real World.
The Real World. Oh my goodness.
Should have came up and started something there, because they had no clue that reality would take over the world, man. But
this is true.
The entertainment is real, because
yeah.
we all want to, we all want to feel like our life is better than what we're seeing on TV. Like, oh, I can relate to this person. I can't relate to this person. Oh, I feel better in my relationship because this person is crazy. I feel better. This person is like, hey, I'll do whatever I want. I don't care what, and we are, to make us feel better. That's a lot of times why we watch this, is so we can feel better about our lives. And, because like, man, they're going through so much stuff, man. I'm so glad I'm single, or I'm so glad I'm this. I'm so glad I'm that, because, man.
That is true. It does have me questioning my life. Like, I do not want to go through this. So,
right, because okay, I won't make that mistake, or I will speak up in this type of situation. So it's also a learning process. Oh, absolutely, because I know I need to, speak up more about how I feel, because I'm realizing, in this case, this person didn't speak up, and now they're in a situation where they feel stuck. And they feel like they can't get out of it. Yeah, because I think, like, in that label and Nola, I think she felt stuck. Like, I know he's doing this, but he'll change eventually.
Yeah.
And finally, she's like, no, dude, I'm out.
Right.
I'm beautiful. I love myself. There's more out there.
Yeah. All right, well, look, we've been at this for a minute now, so we gonna have to go ahead and wrap this up. This might end up being 2 episodes. I don't know.
It might.
So, look, how can everybody reach you, Kion?
My address is. I can be reached at Kion Said 37 on all social platforms. What about you, Precious?
Turn my light off.
How can you be reached?
I was trying to wrap it up real quick.
You like? Wait, hold on. Let me try to do this. You like? How can you? Hold on a second. You like? How can you be reached? All of a sudden, there you go.
Right.
Stood off.
Goodness. Look, I can be reached at Precious Said 888.
I'll put my stuff in the credits at the end. Like, bye.
Oh my goodness, look.
That's the bye one. Sorry,
bye.
How can you be reached, Precious?
Precious Said 888, and a big thank you to all of our new followers. We appreciate you guys, tuning in, listening to us, leaving comments, all of that good stuff,
Yes,
so
absolutely. We can be reached on. Yes, thank you. We can be seen on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify.
And some more platforms.
Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok,
right.
Everything. Come find us. You Heard What I Said podcast.
Right. And as always, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Another one, in the books. And look, I'll see you soon.
See you soon. All right.
What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast. I don't know what to say. Okay. What's up, everybody? Nope. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode.
I'm trying to hold it. I am trying to hold it in. All right, my bad.
Oh my goodness, today is just
It happened yesterday, the day before. I don't know if it was on TMZ or whatever. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Did you see them like doing like a like some type of little red carpet type thing? Did you see it?
I've
Try to
seen
go on.
stuff on social media because they've been doing a lot of promos for the movie, but
Yeah. Well, look at somebody talking about it within the past 24 hours because Martin Lawrence doesn't look right. Yeah, the way he was walking kind of slow and stiff, and the way he was waving, it looks like, I mean, I hope he's all good, but it just like that. He got some medical issues going on, man. That's the way it looks to me, and thousands of fans. Like something's off because, like on one thing, Will Smith was whatever, then Martin was holding on to his hand, and like he needed some assistance or something. So, and the way he looked, his face was like just like blank. Didn't have any type of like emotional.
So it wasn't like they had been drinking and he was just, out of it and looking like something else.
I think so. Because been drinking, you stumble, and then all this stuff. But he was kind of like, okay, left foot, right foot, so I don't know.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, all right.